That morning, the Bandungan sky was a pale blue, with a faint scent of mist hanging between the pine trees and the rooftops of residents' homes. It was no ordinary day. Bandungan's main streets were lined with yellow carnival route lines, uniformed. Officers were busy directing traffic, and in several spots, people had already begun to line the sides of the roads, laying out mats or sitting on motorbikes in anticipation of the most anticipated attraction, the drum band. The drum band is a favorite segment of the Bandungan Flower Carnival. It's not just a rhythmic musical line, but a symbol of the spirit, cooperation, and creativity of young people from various schools and communities around Bandungan, and even from outside the area. This year, the committee invited a drum band teams from elementary, middle, and university schools. There was also a team from a street music community that would join in the excitement, embracing the concept of an urban parade. As the clock struck 9 in the morning, a distant rumbling sound began to be heard. Instead of the usual sounds of car engines or horns, the thump of bass drums, the crash of snares, and the shimmer of cymbals converged into a bold marching rhythm. From the west entrance, the first line emerged: CMPM Nigeri 1 Bandungan, clad in maroon uniforms and tall, cadet-style hats. They opened the parade with the song Gugur Bunga, a specially arranged song for a more rhythmic and majestic performance. The crowd immediately stood up, cheering, and some parents were moved to tears by the sight of their children performing so confidently. Mothers, fanning themselves from the sun, captured the moment with their phones. The usually cool atmosphere of Bandungan now felt warm, not just because of the sun, but because of the spirit that united in one word: pride. Each passing drum band brought a different story and concept. The team from SMA Nigeri to Ambarawa, for example, came with the theme Semangat Merah Putih, wearing bright red costumes accented by a flag fluttering behind the cymbal players. They performed a medley of national and regional songs from Central Java, such as Gambang Seling, combined with contemporary rhythms. The audience swayed to the beat, and when the cymbals clashed, the atmosphere exploded with enthusiasm. Equally impressive was a team from SMK Pgri Bandungan, which performed with the concept of modern-era soldiers. They wore dark green camouflage uniforms, complete with shiny black shoes and fiber helmets bearing the school logo. They performed with utmost discipline. The leader of the line, a female student, held a command baton and moved nimbly while maintaining rhythm and formation. In the center of the line stood a unique percussion instrument made from recycled materials, a mineral water gallon, an old frying pan, and a PVC pipe. Yet the sound produced was captivating, a blend of creativity and high artistry. The crowd cheered loudly as the team performed a mini choreography in front of the stage. Every foot stomp, drum beat, and body movement seemed carefully orchestrated. When the song Indonesia Pusaka was played, starting at a slow tempo and then changing to a fast tempo, the audience erupted in applause, some even standing to salute. The Bandungan Flower Carnival is synonymous with beautiful flowers, fashion, and artistic creativity. However, for the past 5 years, the drum band has become an integral part of this event. It's not just entertainment, but also a platform for the students and their coaches to express their talents and hard work. Months of practice, sometimes in the rain or heat, seemed to pay off in just a few minutes of performance. During the parade, vendors selling iced tea, meatballs on skewers, and colorful balloons take strategic positions along the carnival route. Small children run around with excitement. Some imitate the drum band players' movements by hitting plastic gallon jugs or wooden sticks. Meanwhile, at a higher point on the balcony of an old house, an elderly man can be seen recording the entire parade using his handycam. He is Mr. Darmo, a retired music teacher who used to teach drum bands in village schools. That rhythm fosters discipline and a spirit of mutual cooperation, he says with a smile. The fourth team comes from outside the area Taruna Salatiga High School. They brought the concept of a marching art show, combining music with theatricality. At the front of the line was a clarinet player who played the role of the flower prince, who called the flowers to awaken from their long slumber. Their songs were more contemporary, with electronic beats and touches of jazz. Occasionally, their choreography formed a rose formation in the middle of the street. The audience cheered and praised the performance as their most innovative yet. On the other side, in the audience sitting on the sidewalk, a boy named Raka watched each drum band line with sparkling eyes. He sat with his mother, who was selling fried snacks on the roadside. Raka had big dreams one day. He wanted to be a bass drummer. He had often practiced using an old paint bucket and a piece of bamboo. This carnival wasn't just a spectacle for him, but fuel for his dreams. Evening approached, but his enthusiasm remained unwavering. The sixth team came from the youth community of Candy Village, calling themselves the Rhythm Candy Project. Unlike the other teams, they didn't wear formal uniforms. Instead, they wore modified traditional attire, batik pants and plain black tops. They carry a grassroots spirit. Their equipment is also non-standard. Most of the drums are made from used barrels and large bamboo. But make no mistake, they perform with full force, steady tempo, and dynamic playing. The songs they perform are a medley of Javanese folk songs, like Kubluk Kubluk Su